Now, you know Shakur Stevenson was crying looking at his cell phone today watching the Gervonta-Davis vs. Lamont Rose press conference. Shakur Stevenson was getting exposed by everybody, including Steven Espinoza himself. Steven Espinoza did an interview, and he said that the Tank Davis vs. Shakur Stevenson fight did not happen because of Shakur Stevenson. Steven Espinoza said that Gervonta-Davis vs. Shakur Stevenson fell apart, possibly due to the time frame not being right, and Shakur Stevenson looking for a long-term commitment as opposed to just doing a one-fight deal.
Dumbass nigga.
I bet that went over a lot of y'all Shakur Stevenson fans' heads, and I expected it to. Steven Espinoza said that they wanted to sign Shakur Stevenson to a one-fight deal.
He ain't no Tank Davis.
Shakur Stevenson said, "Man, the lies are getting out of hand. I wanted what? This don't even make sense. Steven Espinoza, I'm the B-side. How am I gonna ask for another fight?" What Shakur Stevenson fails to realize is that Steven Espinoza is basically saying they wanted you for one fight. The Gervonta-Davis fight, then that is it, that is all. They did not want to sign a boring fighter like Shakur Stevenson to their promotion. Kind of like Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia signed a one-fight deal, got knocked out by Tank, and they didn't need Ryan Garcia after that.
What's your goof ass?
Let me dumb it down some more. Imagine signing Shakur Stevenson. He gets knocked out in his first fight by Tank. How you gonna promote a man after that, especially when that man gets booed in his own city? Shakur Stevenson, you soft as hell. Shakur talking about they know these people will believe anything you sell them, especially when they wanna believe it. Hey yo, Shakur Stevenson, I believed you when you said you was gonna fly Greg Hackett whole team to Chicago that one Sunday, and you didn't do a damn thing. If anybody is the biggest cap king in boxing history, it's Shakur Stevenson. You soft as hell.
What's your goof ass?
And as soon as Gervonta-Davis got to the interviews, the first thing that came out Tank's mouth was that he was gonna slap Teofimo Lopez in the face when he see him. Gervonta-Davis said, "I'ma slap the shit out buddy when I see him." You already know where this is coming from.
Whichever monkey wants to get the banana. Racism in this motherfucker.
Hey yo, Gervonta Tank Davis, bro, I don't think you should be making threats on camera, especially against somebody like Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez is just like Devin Haney. He not finna do nothing in person, but he will run to the police.
Stop talking about that.
You gotta watch how you talk to the media these days, because anything you say may be used against you in a court of law, especially with somebody like Teofimo Lopez.
Racism in this motherfucker.
And when you a culture vulture in anything, especially boxing, the first thing you're gonna do when somebody has a press conference is your job in culture vulture. Turki Alashiki has declared that he want to make Gervonta Tank Davis vs. Shakur Stevenson. Turki Alashiki said, "My plan for Shakur Stevenson vs. Floyd Schofield, then William Zepeda. Then let's see if Tank wants to be in our show." Ayo, Turki Alashiki, Gervonta Davis would never fight on Riyadh season. Tank Davis said himself that those of y'all who be running to Saudi Arabia to fight for Turki Alashiki, y'all gotta run to Saudi Arabia, because you can't make money in the United States of America.
That's so stupid.
Gervonta don't need Turki Alashiki if we ever see this fight happen. It's gotta be on PBC and Amazon Prime, and Gervonta Davis is the A side. What has Shakur Stevenson done in the sport of boxing besides make boxing fans boo him? And really quick, what the hell was Lamont Rose doing backstage before the press conference? Why was Lamont Rose backstage in the dressing room, modeling his boxing shoes and his boxing trunks? What the hell is the man doing? On top of that, them shoes bogus as hell. I don't care what none of y'all say. Why was Lamont Rose Jr. Pops modeling the same shoes? Them shoes is bogus as hell.
Too many years.
Talk about team no excuse. You call yourself team no excuse, but I bet y'all finna have an excuse after March 1st when Gervonta Davis puts you on his highlight reel.
Like, come on, man. You's a real fake nigga.
But back to Shakur Stevenson real quick. Carissa T-Rex Shears, one of Shakur Stevenson's biggest fangirls, tweeted out the Don with a crown emoji with a picture of Shakur Stevenson. Hey yo, Carissa T-Rex Shears, what exactly is Shakur Stevenson the Don of? The Don of what?
Southpaw TV, it's not.
Hey yo, Carissa T-Rex Shears, since you super cool with Terrence Boyd Crawford and Shakur Stevenson, why don't you explain to Shakur Stevenson what Steven Espinoza was trying to say? Basically, a duck is a duck, and Shakur Stevenson ducked Gervonta Tank Davis. Let me explain why. I seen this on Twitter earlier. As y'all can see, it is a picture of Errol Spence and Terrence Bud Crawford. The caption says, Bud Crawford signs a one-fight deal. The fight happens with Errol Spence. Both praised for wanting that smoke. Bud Crawford went to PBC for one fight, Errol Spence. He beat Errol Spence's brains out, then he left. Read this caption. It says, PBC sent Shakur a one-fight deal. Shakur declines for a long-term deal, but he said in the past he wouldn't sign to PBC because it wouldn't guarantee to get a Tank fight or keep him active. Tank gets blamed instead of Shakur Stevenson. Matter of fact, Gervonta Davis does not get blamed. I think people finally woke up to see what Shakur Stevenson really is. Shakur Stevenson ain't nothing but a fraud. A duck, the softest man in the history of boxing.
Reporting.
One of y'all just gonna accept it. Shakur Stevenson is flat out soft. The man got Kool-Aid pumping through his veins. Shakur is not cut like that. Never was, never will be. Shakur Stevenson is forever gonna hide behind Eddie Hearn, fight prospects like Floyd Schofield, and continue to duck Gervonta Tank Davis.
Mr. You, Shakur, stop being a girl.
Hey yo, Shakur Stevenson, matter of fact, Zaquin Moses, Shakur Stevenson's cousin, the man who watches every single one of my videos.
I know Southpaw TV.
Yeah, you know Southpaw TV and you watching Southpaw TV. Hey yo, Zaquin, ask your cousin, how come Bud Crawford, your cousin idol, accepted a one-fight deal with PBC, but Shakur Stevenson won't? We all know what time it is.
This nigga's scared.
Speaking of another duck in the sport of boxing, Jerron Boots Ennis, the man who fears Virgil Ortiz. The Zone Boxing post this up on Instagram. It says, will we ever see Boots Ennis versus Virgil Ortiz? The answer is no, because like I said, Boots Ennis is from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The little tiny city full of soft individuals. We will never see this fight because low-key Virgil Ortiz would step on Jerron Boots Ennis. Boots is not cut like that. On top of that, the man gets booed in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Philadelphia is a little tiny city full of nerds. Imagine getting booed in a little tiny city full of nerds.
Boots is overrated. Boots is overrated.